Speaking at the commemoration of the milestone at the NUJ Secretariat in Abuja on the theme celebrating 100 years of fearless journalism, championing the future 1926 to 2026, Group CEO and Editor-in-Chief, Daily Times, Fidelis Anosike, noted that the centenary celebration will feature a series of events, including public lectures, exhibitions of archival front pages, and a digital archive project aimed at making 100 years of Daily Times editions available online for researchers and the public. Anosike further described the centenary as a significant milestone for the newspaper and the Nigerian media industry. He says the anniversary celebrations will not only reflect on the newspaper's legacy, but also examine the future of journalism in Nigeria.
The idea here is to be able to acknowledge and honor the past and then begin the journey to shape the future. How can we, as Folio Communication, as Daily Times, as the media, find our voice to begin to talk about dimensioning what the future of Nigeria will be? All of us knows that Nigeria needs a logical future. We all know. It's not something you tell anybody. So unless you're not a Nigerian, if you see 2 or 3 Nigerians anywhere in the world, Japan, Cairo, anywhere, they are talking to you about the state of Nigeria in Nigeria.
He added that the management would also unveil plans for a digital-first newsroom, media literacy initiatives, training fellowships for young journalists, and expanded multimedia offerings, including video and podcast content. Media professionals highlighted the need for journalists to continue to engage themselves in learning skills that can help them improve on the job, thereby becoming very productive to not just their organization but themselves.
The NUJF City Council stands ready to continue to collaborate with institutions like Daily Times that have contributed immensely, meaningfully to the growth of our profession and strengthened our democracy. I'm particularly delighted with the commitment the CEO just made today that Daily Times, under his watch, we see that the NUJF City Congress Hall is finished and commissioned by Daily Times. For me, this is a milestone.
Daily Times also helped to shape public opinion, became a very important and significant molder of public opinion. Now you may say, well, all of that happened 100 years ago, and we're happy to celebrate that legacy. But the challenge that it also throws at us as journalists today is, what are we doing in the various platforms, in the various newspaper houses, where we come from? Daily Times did not come into a market or into a space where there were no challenges. There were challenges at that time. And no less so do we confront as journalists in today's world. But the question is, how much of that legacy are we prepared to carry forward?
Many of the editors and journalists pass through the Institute of the Daily Times. That is Times Journalism Institute. Before NUJ, which came later on. So that's one of the achievements of the Daily Times.
They urge other media organizations to follow suit with a view to changing the image of how media is perceived in Nigeria. Founded by Richard Barrow and Ernest Ikoli in colonial Lagos, Daily Times grew into one of Nigeria's most influential newspapers and at its peak recorded the largest circulation in West Africa. Abuja, Godwin Amundi, Rapid Television News, Abuja.